everybody. Happy St. Paddy's Day. As of this recording, we have a lot of things that need to go down here on the joint today. First of all, we're going to be covering the Oscars. We're going to be covering different sports. We're going to be covering some trades that have happened. We're going to be covering has a team run out of money? And of course, I think that a new company is getting a new drink. You might like it, you might not. Welcome to the joint. So the Oscars happened on Sunday, and I gotta say, in my opinion, it was a very lackluster type of event. I didn't think it was that good. I didn't think it was that funny. Not my kind of humor. Conan O'Brien, no problem with the guy, but some people love him. I'm indifferent about it. Sometimes he lands a joke, sometimes he doesn't. I thought his opening was okay. Nothing great, nothing crazy. Anne Hathaway. Remember, we're doing our Devil Wears Prada push to May 1st, where we will be at the movie theater interviewing people, myself and Campton, talking to people about The Devil Wears Prada 2. Anne Hathaway and Ann Winters. Ann Winters, who is proclaimed to be the Meryl Streep character of Runway, but the real person. And that dress looked good. Anne Hathaway was looking pretty nice. I was pretty happy about that. So if you are in Arizona, though, and you happen to be at the theater that we're at, we would love to get you on the program. You know what I want to talk about on this St. Paddy's Day, while we do have the green going on and we have everything green? I want to talk about the Eagles and what's not going on, or what's not being broadcasted about what's going on. So what I have on the number here is, first of all, a lot of people have left the Eagles. A lot of people. It's just how things go. You can't pay everybody. I get it. Heard it before. Understand. Let's notate it. Jalen Phillips, while he is a solid rusher, good job. Go sign your 4-year, $120 million deal with the Panthers, who I will talk about, by the way, in a minute. Nakobe Dean, honestly, good riddance. God bless. Guy can't stay healthy. Wasn't a great draft. Howie was like, I must have made a mistake on that one. Gotta get Nakobe Dean out of the building. Nakobe Dean is out. Now this one hits. This one, I don't know what Howie was sipping. Maybe Howie was sipping on some sip, dip. I don't know. But Reed Blankenship, part of the Awesome Whites. Howie says, I'm not even going to offer you anything. You need to get the fuck out. It's basically what he said. And D'Amico Ryans, with that Texans team over there, has decided that Reed Blankenship is worth a 3-year deal with the Houston Texans, somewhere around $24.5 million. I don't know. Once again, I know there's only so much money you can spend, but they have the Awesome Whites podcast, with Cooper DeJean. Howie's kind of having to backtrack a little bit here. Normally, Howie's like, okay, we're all going defense this year. We're all going this year. Howie's kind of like, picking and choosing what the spots he thinks he can fill, which gets me a little nervous. And by the way, what really gets me nervous is the cap. Now, Dallas Goedert re-signed. Yay, yay, yay. La, 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 la. Great job. Okay. And honestly, a 1-year deal for him really isn't the greatest thing anyway, because he did prove himself last year. And Sean Mannion and his offensive scheme actually fits Goddard. So, honestly, if I was Goddard, I mean, thank you for coming back to Philly, but I find that deal to be a very disrespectful deal, Howie. And we're just going to be, I'm sure Howie probably said, well, we'll think about something down the road later on when we have the money to be able to do it. Jahad Dotson. Thanks, man, but just never equivalated. 2-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. We'll see how it works there. Notable also, Sam Howell. He ends up with a 1-year deal with the Cowboys. Once again, probably the Cowboys. Well, you know, the Eagles had him. Got Jerry over here. Well, the Eagles had him. I'm going to try to steal some signals. Ask him what the Eagles are doing, because I clearly don't know what I'm doing here in Dallas. So I might as well sign somebody and see what I can get from the Eagles. Okay, Jerry. Great job. Thank you so much. Essentially, what I'm seeing here with the Eagles is, yes, people were going to have to be let go. Yes, there were going to have to be moves that were made. The cap doesn't look great. Normally, Howie's pretty good at the cap. He's done some solid maneuvers this offseason, I think, at establishing, setting up for some key players. But there's been a lot of 1-year deals. The 1-year prove-it deals, and that's fine for me, but it's gotten to the point where it's like 1 year. They're all 1 year. Howie, to me, hasn't made that splash. Very underwhelming free agency for once. Very underwhelming free agency for somebody who's supposed to be the wizard of the cap. Supposed to know how he can sign everyone. He signed Fletcher Cox to an extension. There's so many different works that Howie has to do this season because of messing up before. Overpaid, paid a lot of people. Now we got to dump them, get them out of the building, and try to restructure and say, hey, we're really good. There's no Kevin Patullo anymore, and we're really good. Now, the A.J. Brown situation, how can you not talk about this? I don't even want to talk about this. Lane Johnson, thank you for coming back, by the way. Landon Dickerson, stay healthy, and I'll thank you too. But the A.J. Brown situation is an interesting one. We don't know what's going on. I hate when they get on ESPN and SportsCenter. They're like, well, he's unhappy, and this is not happening, and that's not happening. Can everyone just put a button on it for just a minute? What I'm going to say is this, and I'm not going to speculate. A.J. Brown wanted to come to Philadelphia to be the guy. Jalen and him had a great relationship, so no problem. You like the QB likes you. You're going to have a good relationship. You're going to get your yardage. Okay.